How's it going, die-hard football lovers? Saudi Arabian clubs have made a real mess in the transfer market, haven't they? Share in the comments below your guess of their next victim. And before doing that, give this video a like. Let's get the show on the pitch. Legendary midfielder Toni Kroos has extended his contract with Real Madrid until next summer. He has been representing Los Blancos since 2014. Manchester City have acquired Chelsea's midfielder Mateu Alemany for 30 million euros. All details of the transfer have been agreed. The Croatian is expected to undergo a medical checkup and pen a contract in the coming days. Real Madrid are closely monitoring Fenerbahce's 18-year-old prodigy Arda Güler, who had 6 goals and 7 assists in 35 appearances last season. Newcastle United are close to agreeing a 70 million euros deal for AC Milan midfielder Sandro Tonali. Angel Di Maria, who has recently received the status of a free agent, is set to return to Benfica. The winger will soon sign a 1-year contract. French centre-back Evan Ndika has agreed a contract with AS Roma, which is valid until the summer of 2028. He moved in as a free agent after spending the last 5 years at Eintracht Frankfurt. Al Nassr have submitted an offer to Inter Milan regarding the transfer of their essential midfielder Marcel Brozovic. Clubs from Saudi Arabia are willing to pay Arsenal 40 million euros for Thomas Partey. The Gunners in turn do not mind selling the Ghanaian. UEFA has imposed a 4-match suspension on Jose Mourinho due to his disrespectful behavior towards referee Anthony Taylor following AS Roma's defeat to Sevilla in the Europa League final. Paris Saint-Germain's buyback clause for Xavi Simons is just 6 million euros. It can only be activated in July, from 1st to 31st. The final decision is only up to the player. Dani Ceballos has agreed terms of a new 4-year contract with Real Madrid. His current deal expires this month. Jurrien Timber is only focused on a transfer to Arsenal. Even if Bayern Munich would still place an offer for him, a transfer would still remain a big question mark. Saudi Arabia have sent Romelu Lukaku an improved offer, though the Belgian forward is still turning them down. Al Nassr intend to sell Luis Gustavo and Pity Martinez this summer. The club is preparing for the arrival of Hakim Ziyech and Marcelo Brozovic. Bournemouth are closing on a deal for AS Roma winger Justin Kluivert for 10 million euros. Last season, he performed for Valencia on loan. By the way, sleep is very overrated, Fabrizio Romano wrote on his Twitter account. We truly understand you, Fabrizio. RB Leipzig are eager to sign young Lyon forward Castello Lukeba, who's supposed to replace Christopher Nkunku in the Red Bulls camp. Former coach of Eintracht Frankfurt and Borussia Mönchengladbach, Adi Hütter, has been appointed as the new manager of AS Monaco. He will replace Philippe Clement. Real Madrid are set to extend the loan of right-back Vinicius Tobias, whose rights belong to Shakhtar Donetsk. The agreement includes an optional buyout option valued at 15 million euros. The German Football Association will let Hansi Flick keep his job as the head coach of the national team, despite defeats against Poland and Colombia in friendly matches. The draw for the second qualifying round of the Champions League took place along the path of the league representatives. Dnipro 1 will face Panathinaikos and Servette will take on Genk. 3 Premier League representatives at once are looking to sign Coventry City's top scorer, Victor Gyökeres. Tottenham Hotspur know 3 names to replace their goalkeeper, Hugo Lloris: David Raya, Brentford; Guillermo Vicario, Empoli; and Georgi Mamardashvili, Valencia. Southampton, who got relegated to the Championship, have hired Russell Martin as their new head coach. He coached Swansea City for the past 2 seasons. Al Hilal are willing to offer Alvaro Morata a 3-year contract with a salary of 47 million euros per year. Atletico Madrid could get 24 million for the striker's services. Patrick Vieira has emerged as a serious candidate for the vacant position of the head coach of Leeds United, who were relegated to the Championship. Juventus have confirmed the permanent signing of Arkadiusz Milik's contract from Olympique Marseille for 7 million euros. Tottenham Hotspur are preparing offers for defender Victor Nelson and midfielder Nicolo Zaniolo from Galatasaray. Chelsea winger Callum Hudson-Odoi is likely to leave the club this summer. He is being targeted by multiple clubs in Saudi Arabia. West Ham United would like to swap Declan Rice for Manchester City midfielder Calvin Phillips. The legend of Mexican football, 36-year-old Andres Guardado, has renewed his contract with Real Betis for another year. AC Milan have stepped up their pursuit of French winger Marcus Thuram. PSG and RB Leipzig are still in the race, but Rossoneri have improved their offer and thus are edging closer to seal the deal. Kim Min-jae's transfer to Bayern Munich has been delayed due to the need to complete compulsory military service in his homeland, South Korea, where the Napoli centre-back is currently stationed. In the coming days, AS Roma will purchase centre-back Diego Llorente, who played for the Yellow and Reds on loan from Leeds United on a permanent basis. Newcastle United are looking to sign Portuguese midfielder Ruben Neves on loan right after his move to Saudi Pro League outfit Al Hilal. Yesterday, the European U21 Championship kicked off in Georgia and Romania. Here are the results of the first match day. Moving on to the main news of the release. Chelsea's versatile midfielder Kai Havertz is moving to Arsenal. All the details of the deal have already been agreed by the clubs. The Gunners will table 70 million euros for the German international, and Chelsea can receive another 6 million euros in bonuses. Havertz will pen a long-term contract with Arsenal and undergo a medical checkup in the coming days. Earlier on, Real Madrid were reportedly showing great interest in Kai too. The footballer joined Chelsea back in the summer of 2020, scoring 32 goals and 15 assists in 139 appearances. It was Havertz who netted Chelsea's winning goal in the 2020-21 Champions League final against Manchester City. Chelsea's massive squad overhaul continues. The pensioners have agreed to sell 3 of their players to Saudi Arabia at once. Goalkeeper Edouard Mendy will pack his bags to Al Ahly for 10 million euros. He will sign a 3-year deal and is soon expected to undergo a medical. Kalidou Koulibaly, who has been at Chelsea for just 1 season, will join Al Hilal for 30 million euros. He will also stick to a 3-year contract. Hakim Ziyech will be playing alongside Ronaldo at Al Nassr. The amount of the transfer is not disclosed, though the Moroccan will leave his signature in a contract valid until the summer of 2026. England has already called for an investigation into Chelsea's transfer injections into Saudi Arabia. For example, Gary Neville stated the following: "The Premier League should put an instant embargo on transfers to Saudi Arabia to ensure the integrity of the game isn't being damaged. Checks should be made on the appropriateness of the transactions. If it comes through that process, obviously transfers could open up again. But I do believe, at this moment in time, transfers should be halted until you look into the ownership structure at Chelsea and whether there are beneficial transfer dealings that are improper." Manchester City's Ilkay Gundogan leaves the Etihad as a free agent and moves to Barcelona. The German will go for a 2-year deal with an option to extend it for another season. Gundogan will announce his decision to Man City tomorrow and then announce a transfer to Barca. Yesterday, Gundogan met with sporting director Mateu Alemany at the Munich airport. The last details were agreed during the meeting. Mundo Deportivo notes that Ilkay's decision was strongly influenced by his wife, who wants to live in Barcelona. The midfielder used to call his idol Xavi, which also spurred the transfer. Bernardo Silva could start a new season in the Saudi Pro League. According to a source, a deal involving the Manchester City midfielder is close to being sealed. The club for which the Portuguese will play has not been named, although Bernardo had previously stated that he has no plans to play outside Europe. Fabrizio Romano confirms the active interest in Bernardo from the Sheiks, but the Portuguese has not made a final decision yet. He remains a priority option for PSG, while Barca are unable to recruit him due to FFP issues. Kylian Mbappe's mother, Fayaz Al-Amadi, is in crucial talks with PSG over her son's future. The player hopes that things will work out well so that he can try himself at Real Madrid, either during this transfer window or next summer. Florentino Perez is not making the first moves, as he continues to wait for Mbappe, who has already apologized to an official for disrupting his last year's transfer to Real Madrid. Neymar could stay at PSG for next season if the Red and Blues will be coached by the Brazilian's former boss at Barcelona, Luis Enrique. Recently, the Parisians started negotiating with the Spanish manager about potential cooperation and possible transfers. In case Enrique actually becomes the new PSG coach, Neymar will change his mind about leaving the club, despite the badly damaged relationship with its supporters. Folks, check out videos from our other projects. Thank you very much for your attention and support. There will be more cool episodes soon. Take care and have a nice one.